right, hello everybody. Hey Mr. John, hey Tuck Prof, how's it going? I'm in a different part of the shop, across the room from yesterday. I have a bunch of these gray Akrobin knockoffs, and I need to make some hooks to put them on. So they come with these gray brackets, and I'm gonna build some hooks to hang them on. And it seemed like an appropriate afternoon thing to do while trying not to hit refresh every minute on the news, waiting for the results of this election to come in. So join me, we'll hang out. Hey Misho 3D, how's it going? Hello RWX times 5, 6, something like that. So I've got all this 1x4, and I thought I'd chop it up. I've done one already with 1x3, but I couldn't get any 1x3, or couldn't get more 1x3, so I didn't have enough, so I got 1x4. So I figured I'd chop it up. Hey Downloady! Brazil is awesome! I have been to Brazil once for 3 weeks, and I had a blast. So, let's see. I need to get a chop saw out. And, let's see. Let's, actually, let's switch to, top-down view here. And, which way? It's all backwards on my view, so that'll work. You guys can see that. And, it's good the way I've got the camera set up. Both my, knees ripped out of my jeans this week, so I've got new jeans coming in the mail, but they're not here yet, so you can't see them though, so that's good. Hello, Flash 42. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a rough year, but yeah, I've got a workspace finally set up here, able to shoot. I haven't really started shooting yet, but I've been live streaming and kind of getting back in the groove of being on camera and stuff. It's definitely a skill that withers if you don't use it regularly. All right, what are we doing here? While I moon the audience. Oh, hey Misho. Egypt sounds awesome too. It's a place I'd really like to go. I have a friend who, a YouTube friend that was there recently. I don't know if he's still there. Colin a Broadcast, who I did some collabs with in Yiwu, China. I'd love to go sometime. All right, so what are we doing? We are cutting this thing down. Cutting these 1x4s down to, let's see what the length of this one I made is. We're cutting them down to 50 inches. And how many did I decide I needed to make? I have, these take 3 brackets like this, and I have 5 come in a box, and I have 3 boxes. So we need to make 5 of these, and I think I'm gonna recut this one so they're all the same. So I'm gonna cut those down to 5 lengths of 50 inches. So, Flash, this is neither. It is neither a garage nor a basement. It is the men's locker room of the gymnasium here in Picaris Pueblo, New Mexico, where I am weathering the storm, weathering the pandemic. So, but I kind of remodeled it to look like a basement or something somewhere. So, it used to have really boring white walls, and I stuck up. I used double-sided tape and stuck up 1/8" plywood, and then put color joint compound over the top. So, give it a little more a layer feel. Hey Tyler. Yeah, I'm nervous about what's happening on my side of the pond too. Yeah, this is a very nerve-wracking day. This feels like it could be a defining moment for the next couple decades for not only the US, but maybe the world. And that's really scary. It definitely will really affect what I can do with strange parts in the next few years. It'll affect my ability to travel, it'll affect my personal safety, it'll affect my ability to travel to places like China. So I feel like a lot's riding on this personally for me. I'm gonna move this wood out of the way. I thought this was gonna be a good place, and it's not. Ugh. That's not perfect either, but it'll work. All right, let's see. These are unwieldy, these are 10 foots. I couldn't get 8 foots, so it's been a little slim pickings in terms of nice lumber here in New Mexico. All right, oh, you guys can see my ripped knees. How long until the first states start reporting the results? I think we're still, I don't think there are gonna be any official reports for several days. It takes a while to certify the results, but I think some of the exit polls will start coming in now-ish? I don't know. Oh, I guess they already started coming in. I haven't looked. Title unknown, what are the first results that have come in? I'm kind of scared to know. I need the square. Just recheck it. Measure twice, cut once. Yes, good enough. All right, let's see if we can do this without knocking any cameras or other things off. Hi, Mario. Yeah, crazy times indeed. It is a crazy, crazy year. Yeah, I figured that coming down to the shop, I was debating coming down today and live streaming, but I figured that that would be good for probably all of us if I did something that was a little innocuous today. I have to move the saw around so I can get this. Alright, is this gonna work? Once I make the first cut, it'll be a lot easier, but I've got a lot of these to cut, so. Biden 55% and Trump 44, but only 200,000 votes. Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. Oh wow, 0.7% of New Hampshire reporting. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, I'm gonna fire this up. I think I'm gonna mute it. That's what I saw another woodworker do. All right, yes, I'm gonna mute it while I run the saw here. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Yeah, 1% reporting, it's not even really worth talking about. Hi, Andre. Yeah, no worries. I understand this is late for Europe. Thanks for tuning in for whatever time you can. Don't worry, I'll do more of these. I'm enjoying the live streaming thing. I used to find it really nerve-wracking, and it's still a little bit like anxiety-inducing, but I'm getting more used to it and more comfortable with it. The nice thing about making videos is that you can shoot something a bunch of times and then just pick the version that you like the most. And so if you screw up or say something dumb or whatever, you could just fix it in the edit, nobody knows. But live streaming's not the same way. So I'm still getting used to it. But it's starting to feel comfortable. I've done, I don't know, a handful now between Twitch and Reddit. I guess I did 2 yesterday technically, but they were back to back. And then I've been on Reddit, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. You can go check out the Short Circuit subreddit if you want to see those VODs. I have not stopped YouTube. I mean, I stopped temporarily. I'll be back to YouTube, but I've just been taking a break, getting the new shop set up, kind of taking a breather, reassessing my strategy given this crazy year. Everything that I had planned on making just went out the window when the pandemic hit. So, all right, I am gonna cut again. I'll mute you guys. I'll be back in 1 sec. Whoa, that was crazy. I ran the saw and the light went out. Still debugging the setup here. All right. 2 down, 3 to go. Switch back to chat. Oh, is that true? You can't see the stream in less than 1080p? That's weird. I don't know what's up with that. Ugh. Does anybody else know? I'm new to Twitch. I'm still like dialing on all the settings. Anybody know what's up with that? Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't know. It should be transcoding down to lower bit rates. All right, we got another stick here. Oh man, these 10-footers are really long. I got so much camera crap at the end of the bench here. I don't have any room. All right. Whoa! That'll work. Put this over here. Yeah, I'm still like trying to figure out where everything goes in the shop and how to work productively. Oh, there we go. Jarlev has the answer. If you're not a partner, you're only allowed 1080p if no capacity is available. So there's probably enough other folks streaming that are taking up all the transcoding capacity. That makes a lot of sense. Sorry. I'll probably be a partner here on Twitch soon. Make sure you follow the channel. I think I need a certain number of followers to become a partner. I would imagine I'll hit that quickly here, but every little bit helps right now. Get established on a new platform. Warlock asks about the badge that I was working on Reddit. I couldn't get it to power up. I think it's got a short somewhere. I'm reading really low voltage. I plugged it in a USB and I'm reading like 300 millivolts on what should be like a 3.3 volt rail. So I think I've got a short somewhere, but I haven't figured out where. So I've been kind of poking at it. I'd spent so long soldering it up that I was pretty discouraged once it wouldn't power up. I can't get it to enumerate on USB or anything like that. I'll keep poking at it. Probably get it working here in the next, I don't know, week or two. But in the meantime, I've moved on to other things in true ADD style. Huh? Yeah, if there are ones that, yeah. I've got an assistant with me here in the shop that's doing labeling of bolts and screws. Someone asked about, am I still sorting screws? No, she's sorting screws now. So, yeah, I'll keep you updated, Warlock. I might do another stream debugging it, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Debugging can be so much just banging your head against the table that I don't know if it would make for a good stream or not. It might. I don't know. All right, here we go. I gotta figure out a good way to mute this. Whoa, hit the camera. Gotta find a quick way to mute the camera, like a button or something. I was watching another woodworking channel, Bonsai something, and it seemed like she had a mute switch, maybe hooked up to the on switch of her table saw, which seemed like a pretty good idea. All right, so mute. And unmute. Okay, and we're back. Oh, yeah, I should play elevator music when muted. I've not really figured out the full music thing. I guess there are a lot of DMCA claims on Twitch right now, like all of a sudden. So I'm super gun shy about playing music. But yeah, I should do that. Yeah, debugging is super rewarding when you find the bug. It's very unrewarding until you find the bug. So I'm a little reluctant to do that on live stream, but we'll see. All right, I got two more to go. I know, yeah, Tom Ketty. Oh, hi, Tom. Yes, I am really worried about ruining the Mac and all of the camera gear here with sawdust. But such is the perils of filming making things. So I don't know. Honestly, the biggest risk to the Mac is metal dust, and it's why I installed a clear curtain so that the other side of the shop where all of the electronics, you know, the microscope and most of the cameras and lights and computer are usually, is shielded from grinding dust from like welding and things like that. But obviously today I've got everything over here shooting. So I don't know, I've got to figure out some sort of solution long term, but for right now it's just a matter of like, I've got an air filter, this thing's got a dust collector on it. I don't know, I'm trying to mitigate as best I can. And 50. Oh, that's a good idea, Mr. Elliowood. On a Reddit stream, or a set of Reddit streams, I have been building an automatic camera switcher that senses when I put my eyes up to the microscope and switches from a top-down view like this one to the microscope view. And I'm wondering if I could do some similar things with muting. So yeah, very similar. I did it over WebSockets because I didn't have an Arduino that could emulate a keyboard that could do HID at the time. I just got some in the mail, but when I started, I didn't have that. So I'm running off an ESP32 instead. Warlock, I am working on shelving, brackets for these gray Akrobins. They hang off hooks that came with them like this. These are Harbor Freight specials. They were super cheap. It was like, I don't know, 10 or 20 bucks for like 16 of them, something like that, 20 of them. And I got 60 in all told. So I'm gonna make like rails that are gonna go on the wall over here above the sink. And for electronics parts and nuts and bolts and things like that. So I'm trying to build up a lot more inventory of things because the supply chain here is much slower than I'm used to. So I want to be able to get momentum with projects, and so it just means I need things like nuts and bolts and, you know, standard electronics components. You know, whatever I can think of ahead of time, I need to have that in stock as much as I can. Okay, I'm gonna cut again here. I'll be right back. That is super weird. The saw keeps rebooting one of my studio lights. And it's a pretty high-end lamp, so I don't know quite what's going on there. Warlock asks, how do I organize my electronics? It's still a work in progress. I have ordered a bunch of the little tiny snap-together boxes off of AliExpress. So I'm gonna try those. I've seen those before in the markets, but I've never really owned a bunch. So we'll see how I like those. I also ordered some of those standard plastic drawers, and then I've got the Akrobins, and then I've got, where is an example here? I have these Sortimo knockoffs. Let's see if I can show this. Where do I need to be to show it off? So this is a Sortimo knockoff. That I was sorting stuff into yesterday on the stream. They have removable bins, which I thought are quite cool. And then these sit in a grid system. So even if you take a couple out, these ones won't move around because they've got little feet on them. And the idea is they all sit in here, and then you can close this thing up, and they don't move around in there either. But I did this on the stream yesterday, and I was like, oh, look, you can flip the whole thing over, and these little tiny bolts all moved around on me. So I guess there's a difference. These are, again, Harbor Freight for like 10 bucks, and the brand name Sortimo ones are like 50 or 60. So I'm willing to take a little bit of trade-off for that kind of savings. All right, where's Chad again? Hi, PyroEsp. Good to see you. Patrick, how's it going? It's good to see you in here too. Patrick is a very close friend from San Francisco from my Noisebridge days. Yeah, audio filters. I think, yeah, that's possible to hack together like audio filters to just filter out the saw noise. Is that your thinking? Or to trigger a mute based on it? I think both could be possible. The other thing I need to do is I need to get my wireless lab mic set up so that right now this is all running off a shotgun mic, which is just next to the camera, just here. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should link to the boxes that I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find them. Hang on. Maybe you can even show them. I'm not sure. AliExpress. Let's see if I can show it here. Gotta make sure not to type my password. You all can see my keyboard. This was a quick setup here for this stream. I had everything set up over there in the electronics area. Okay, here I've gotta see if I can paste I always find AliExpress links to be super bizarre. They always have weird extra stuff in the URL. And if you remove it, they get all upset. Oh, view current product, that's part of the problem. Let's try this. If I take this SPM out, is that? Yes, still acceptable. Okay, here. I'll post this. I'm gonna post it in chat because I don't know what the screen sharing setup is like right now. That is the kind of thing that I ordered. Actually, that gives you a full idea of what you can do with these. So I was thinking of like putting little SMD components in there. I've got books of, so I have the like passive sampler sets here. So these are capacitors, and it's got all the different values in tape. Now, these are not super cheap. They're like 30 bucks for one of these, but at the end of the day, now I don't have to really worry about ordering capacitors, you know, surface mount capacitors. I've got 0402. What did I get? Hang on. I guess I got 0402, 0603, and 0805. I figured that kind of covered the comfortable range of hand soldering. If I need 0201s, I'll buy those individually, or buy a book when I need them. Yeah, my theory, and that's a good idea to cover the keyboard. I just very quickly set this up, so I didn't have time to think through all the edge cases here. But it's a learning process. I'll just be really careful if I have to type my password. Mr. Elliowood, I've never really done iPhone repairs, to be honest. Everybody thinks I'm an iPhone repair guy, but no. I'm a geek. I'm a software engineer by trade. But I've always been an electronics hobbyist, and so I've done a lot of iPhone modifications, but I've never done repairs. But yeah, there's some iPhone stuff coming up. I've got 2 iPhone 12s in the mail. Should be here Friday. So crack those open, see what we can do. I'm still curious about the USB-C possibilities there, so we'll see. Oh, interesting, Patrick. Regarding higher quality Raspberry Pi cameras, yeah, I ordered I ordered one of the higher end. I have a handful. Actually, I have a handful of Raspberry Pi cameras for the Polaroid project. I still want to do something cool with a Polaroid camera. So this is not the one that I bought in Japan, but I ordered one like it. The one I bought in Japan for $3 at the garage sale was it's in storage in Shenzhen still, and I can't get it out. So anyway, I bought this off eBay for like $30, but I figured it was a good stand-in. It's still got the classic rainbow markings. So I ordered some Raspberry Pis and similar things and a whole bunch of like Raspberry Pi cameras with the thought that I would retrofit that in here and do something cool. Yeah, just Glenn. Yeah, I've seen one video in particular that was quite pessimistic about the ability to swap components on the iPhone 12. Honestly, after watching that video, I think it's overly pessimistic. I'm curious to try it out myself, and I'm glad I have two. My feeling is that the glitch when swapping the cameras, so the deal is that you can totally swap screens, you can totally swap batteries, but they warn you when you do it. They warn the end user, which I think is fair. It allows people to not pass off refurbished phones with non-original parts as new, which I think is good protection for the end user. There also is an issue now on the 12 where if you swap camera modules, I don't know, this one guy was running into issues. It wasn't popping up like a prompt or anything. It was just sort of freezing and being glitchy, but it was mostly working, which makes me believe that it might just be an error, that it's not actually an intentional behavior on Apple's part. So I'm gonna kind of wait and see what plays out there, particularly in the next set of software updates, before I declare that, you know, the 12 is unmodifiable. I think that video was particularly clickbaity. Yeah, Mr. Hollywood, I'm of the same opinion that I think it's a little bit annoying if they warn you about swapping original parts. There is some calibration stuff, which, you know, like the True Tone stuff that does require calibration. I don't know. I think it's fair enough to warn people when a phone's been messed with. I'm not sure I'm convinced that the way they're doing it is the best, but I think ostensibly the intention there is valid. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute and cut this board. All right. Dude. All right, and I'm back. My shop assistant is burping every time I mute the stream. She would claim otherwise, but. All right. Just Glenn, I am making shelves for our brackets to mount these Akrobins. So these gray plastic bins have a hook on the back, and they sit like so on here. So I am making some strips that have several brackets on them that will go right here on the wall, so that I have a wall of bins here. And it's for storing hardware, like mechanical hardware, like nuts and bolts and screws and things, and probably electrical components, electronic components. Probably beefier stuff, switches and motors and things like that. Binary, yeah, I have a number of projects I'm excited to work on. I mentioned just a few minutes ago doing some stuff with iPhone 12. I'd like to do, I'd like to see if adding USB-C is possible. The Polaroid camera conversion project. And I've got a couple other things that I'm not quite ready to talk about yet. But yeah, that's the deal there. All right, what are we doing next here? So I have cut those sides. Next, I need some rails. So what I'm thinking is I don't really want to put a lot of screws in the wall, since this is not really my building. I'm trying to be light. I'm trying to operate under renter's rules. Don't screw up the walls too badly. So I've done pretty much everything is double-sided tape so far. So what I was thinking is that I put 2 rails up the side of 1x4, and I don't know, like do some sort of, not a dovetail, but like a slot that the end of this board will go into in this little space here, and they'll just kind of sit in there. I have a router, but I don't have the right router bits to do, like, you know, a proper dado or something. So, but I do have a Japanese pole handsaw. So I thought I would hand cut some of this and see how it goes. You know what I probably could do actually is cut, I don't know if it's a dado or a rabbit. I'm not much of a woodworker, but if I cut like, can't tell what you guys can see on camera. If I cut like here out, like that, this is the perfect thing to use a table saw for, and I don't have a table saw. So I do have a skill saw. Maybe I'll undertake that adventure, but I was thinking maybe just with the Japanese handsaw, if I'm careful, I could do this up nicely. So that's my current thinking. So I think I'm gonna go full floor to ceiling with these. At least one of them. The one that goes up this side of the wall, I think goes full floor to ceiling. And then the problem is I've got the sink over here, and then I've got a shelf, but I think this can go behind the shelf. I think that will work. Okay. I don't know, they certainly would work that way. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just do them short and then cut this one at the sink. Probably just have that one come down to the sink. I think that's a good enough plan. They don't have to be super sturdy, I just don't want them popping off the wall when I've got all the hardware up there. So, all right, let's figure out how tall these are. We got 9.5. Not 9.5 feet. 9 foot and 1.5 inch. What was it? Yeah, 9 foot and 1/2 inch. Okay. Let's see here. So, one of these is really unwieldy. These are 10-foot stock. Yeah, my theory, and that was my plan, but I don't have any straight router bits. I only have like 1/4 round router bits. I've got some in the mail. They might have even gotten here today, but I haven't gone and got the packages yet. So I'm gonna work with what I have. But I could probably, if I'm very clever and careful, I might be able to do it with the skill saw. Let's try it out on some scrap and I'll see what I can do. But I'm gonna cut this a length first, because I know I want this to be like this, about this length. Okay, how am I going to do this without destroying the shop? This can go all the way down here. This can go here. Oh, okay. Just Glenn, yeah. That's not a bad idea, Glenn, actually, to swap the cameras. Let me do that real quick. It's still very much a learning process. Dialing in the streaming setup. Okay, so let's see. Let me go into studio mode and duplicate top down small scene. Okay, and this one, let's move these around. And order move to top. I don't know, let's see what you think about this. What do you think about that setup? Yes, no? Is it terrible? Is it great? Yes? I'm gonna do this cut here. You can all debate it in the chat. Okay. All right, I'm still getting set up here. Hang on. Oh, maybe my head's all blocked by the top camera now? I don't know. Yes. That'll work. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, I forgot to unmute. I realized I should change the title of the live stream here. It's election day. Let's hang out and do some woodworking while we dread our fate, finding out our collective fate. Done. Oh, that's interesting, Mytherian. Using some drilled holes to guide your cuts. I'm eager to play with this Japanese handsaw. I've used it a little bit. It cuts on the pull rather than the push, and it's kind of fun. Should I put this? Maybe I should put this over here. Is that better? Or down below? How's that? I feel like that's, or over here even better. Haha! How's that? Oh, it was good top right? I don't know. I'm worried that it was just like blocking my face the whole time. I'm also worried that, hang on. Let me adjust things. How's that? You can sort of see what I'm doing? I don't know. My head's in the way half the time. I'm not sure we need to animate it. Top left was good. Okay. Here? Yeah, we happy with that? Okay, maybe make it a little bit smaller. How's that? Yeah? All right, so I want to think about this. What I would love it if they mate like this, but they're at the same level. So I need to cut, I don't know if there are any woodworkers in the chat, you can let me know what this is called. I also don't have any chisels, so that might eliminate this plan as a good one, but just to think it through for a minute. So my thought is to cut out halfway down on this piece here, and then on the other piece similarly. Probably a better way to do this, but there's a reason this is a live stream, not a Strange Parts video. It's because I don't really know what I'm doing. Where'd my square go? Vanished. Oh, here it is. I'll be honest, using the skill saw, even though I've used one a fair amount, still intimidates me a little. So I'm gonna play with this this hand saw and see what we can do. Kind of just want to experiment with it too. Okay. You all are probably seeing the back of my head right now. All right. But we want this to go down only halfway, which would be here. And so, I'm gonna mark that like that. So this would be the section that gets removed. The question is, can I cut that line this? I'm gonna guess no, but find out. How am I gonna do that? That? Totally can't see that. This camera needs to be a little lower, and maybe a little wider, and a little more tilted that way. How's that? And some clamps. Some clamping action. Keep this from moving around on me. I have a vise, but it is off camera right now. All right, let's see what damage we can do here. You see that all right? Let's see. Yeah, been working on the quarantine belly, Hank. You know, it's what's keeping me sane right now. Gummy worms and the like. Shush. I've got a peanut gallery in here. All right. Wheel? I don't know. I feel like I want to drop a line down the front so I'm at least starting out square. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. square now. I don't know if you're supposed to use your other hand like this, but all right. Something else is giving me some exercise. Work on that belly with the sawing. Welcome to Strange Parts, a woodworking and fitness channel. Whew. Okay. Making some progress, but it's slow. I think the skill saw might be the way to go here. Whew. I'm gonna do this one just to prove it to myself it's possible. All right, let's switch this up a little. Let's see. Put that like that and grab another clamp. It's kind of walking around to me. And just in case you were under any illusion, no, I don't know what I'm doing. But that's half the fun, right? I'm also not the most accurate with this. Whew. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna end up totally square, Mr. Elliowood. It's square-ish. All those YouTube videos make it look super easy. I suppose could be said for my videos as well. Maybe I want the other side of this. Let's try that. Guess now. Almost there. Whew. Yeah, I was thinking the same, my Mytherian, but I think that's not going to end up happening here. I think I'm going to end up, if anything, a little deeper than I want to be. I'm almost there though. All right, let's switch to the fine tooth side for more control or something. pretty much there. Woo! Oh, that'll get your heart rate going. All right. Oh, am I jiggling the camera all around? Probably. I got the camera partially on this workbench. Okay. So now we're gonna cut down into it on the side here. All right, I think I'm gonna use the fine tooth side since I'm cross-cutting. All right. That feels good. Off my line. Hey, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I would like credit for that. That looks pretty darn good, actually. Whew. That worked out like 10 times better than I was expecting. Whew. Yeah. Okay. Stop laughing at me. I know everybody else is too. Okay. So, the problem is this one is in the middle. And I mean, obviously you can cut down the both sides, but you normally would remove the middle, I assume, with a chisel, and I don't have any chisels, so. I think I gotta go to the skill saw. The router bits I think are not gonna lead to success here. The ones I have in the mail are perfect. Let's try some skill saw adventures. Okay, so I saw this once in a video on YouTube. You all should be very afraid. Okay, so from my understanding, what you do is you put guide blocks on either side, clamp them down, and you put them so that, hang on, I'm gonna go get the skill saw and I'll show you. You good over here?
Yeah, you've got some miscellaneous bits in there.
Okay. We can fix them as needed. Okay, so here's what I think you do. You figure out how far you want to be this side, like so, and you put a guide block there. And then you scoot it over and you figure out the maximum you want to be on this side and you put a guide block over here and clamp that down. Make sure they're perfectly perpendicular. Good night, Just Glenn. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, Matherian. Oh, it's Matherian that's leaving, not Just Glenn. Sorry, I'm not fully tracking chat. That took the wind out of me. That's embarrassing. Okay, so you put guide blocks on both sides, and then you do cuts on both sides, and then you kind of gradually chew out the middle. And then you just make sure that your blade height is good. I probably want to switch blades on this. I've got a plywood finishing blade on it, which is probably too many teeth here. Let's see, what do we got? A 40 tooth general purpose, let's do that. All right. Whew. Okay. This thing's got a lock somewhere back here. Right here. Don't worry, it's unplugged. Totally safe so far. How do people feel about woodworking on the live stream? Is this interesting? particularly woodworking from a semi-novice. Is this interesting, or do we need to stick to electronic sorts of things? This is kind of the project that was like top of mind today, so that's what I'm doing, but curious to know what you all think. Okay, some positive feedback so far. If you're not into it, let me know, but I guess if you're not into it, you probably aren't watching. It's probably the calculus there. Yeah, Randall, that's definitely true. I'm gonna set this on the shallow side. Let's see, how do I want to do that? I guess I'm gonna mark down from the top here. Yeah, Randall said, cut on the shallow side. You can always cut deeper, but you can't cut shallower, which is, of course, very true. Okay. But on the other hand, like, I'm not trying to do, fine finish woodwork here, so if it's a little off, I'm not gonna complain too much. But it's nice to learn some new techniques, at least. Nothing else. These don't look like they're the same depth. Come on. They are. Okay. You get into that territory of like cutting to the line, but which side of the line are you cutting to? Because lines have thickness. Okay. Let me just clamp this down for the moment. Can you still see? Yeah, that's not bad. Let me widen this up a bit. Okay. So, let's set the blade depth now. Still got it unplugged because I'm terrified of cutting off my own fingers. And, come on now. There we go, okay. That's on the shallow side. Oop, it was on the shallow side. But I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's like maybe a 16th. It's maybe a 16th shallow, but I think that's reasonable. Okay, and this is just a test piece, so if I screw it up, it's not the end of the world. Okay, now I need to set my guide blocks here. So I'm gonna use the other test piece because that's all the scrap I have. Okay. So let's see, let's get some more clamps out. More clamps. Dude, I did not fully appreciate how awesome it is to have a whole bunch of clamps. I thought I was being super extravagant. I bought like, I don't know, 10 or 12 clamps. They're awesome. I didn't realize how poor a job I was doing of securing my work prior to owning enough clamps to do so. They're not cheap. Like, I probably ended up spending $200 on clamps, but worth every penny in my opinion. Every penny. Okay, so this is gonna go like here-ish. I'm gonna have it stick out that way so it doesn't get in my way. I don't really know how you keep this square, but, or get it square. Remember that part from the YouTube video I watched. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Apparently eyeball it was the answer. Let's check that again. It's a little bit, not quite far enough. Okay. Let's re-square it. that works out. Yes, maybe? Oh, that's too far. Well, this is a bit of a guessing game. I guess I could like measure and stuff. Good night, Mr. Elliowood. Good to have you here. All right, I'm gonna declare that that's good enough. Now, I just realized this channel is currently setting in science and technology, which is probably not particularly accurate. Let's choose a new like making stuff. Making and crafting? Makers and crafting. Let's do that. Sweet. Mr. Extremely, I do have my own shop now. It's my first time ever having a proper shop, and I'm thrilled. I'm still dialing it in. I'm building some shelving hardware tonight for these cool gray Akrobins, and they hang on hooks like so. And so I'm building some rails to mount these suckers to. These are Harbor Freight specials. Let's see here. Okay, I'll get this lined up there-ish. Kind of dialed it in. There-ish. Okay. Let's just recheck that square. And we're gonna check. Ooh, it's a little bit. Go over a little bit. A tad more. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I think that is like good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna cut one side, I'm gonna cut the other side, and then I'm gonna like chew out the middle. That's the plan. Yo, what's up, Marmarino Web? How's it going? We are doing some woodwork today. You know, your typical strange parts affair. All right, I am going to mute the microphone for a little bit so we don't have to listen to the horrible sounds of skill saws, but I'll be here nonetheless, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, that was a fail. The clamp is in the way of the motor body of the skill saw. Different clamp. Let's do this one. A little more low profile. Do a clamp swap here. Third clamp. Because I can. Because I have that many clamps, which is awesome. Did I mention that having clamps is awesome? It's awesome. If you don't own clamps, you should totally get some. Yeah, if you're into making stuff, I guess. All right, let's try this again. All right, that is not bad. We have cut out both sides, and now I'm gonna carve out the middle. That might take me a little. I'm gonna mute again so you don't hear the saw. Well, that went really well, all considering. That is not bad. Not bad at all. I can clean it up with a little bit with a rasp, but that's totally workable. Cool. For all of my clamps, I probably paid like, I don't know, between 100 and 200 bucks. Just Glenn. Yeah, I wish I had a chisel, Mr. Extremely. It's not something that occurred to me to buy yet. But I'm still outfitting this shop. Let's see what I've got in terms of rasps. Something up here. Yeah, I've got kind of a multi-purpose, multi-ended rasp here. Yeah, it's not bad. Remember, we're not going for like finished cabinetry here. We're going for like stuff that hangs on the wall properly. Yeah, the criteria is doesn't fall off the wall. Yeah, Jarlave, I blew the whole budget on clamps. No budget for chisels. No, I got some budget for chisels. It just didn't occur to me that I would be doing some joinery work. This is not bad. Not bad. It could be a little bit tighter. I probably would cut a little bit further inside the lines. But honestly, like some small screws or and glue, that's gonna be really nice. We can do that right now, just kind of illustrate what we're doing. Just got some wood glue here. I'm gonna throw some small screws in there to clear victory. Okay, that, and find some appropriate screws. What have I got? 1/4 inch. It's a little bit on the edge, since this thing is, that'll work. All right. Do we dare do this without pilot holes? Probably not. If I was really fancy, I'd just clamp this, but well, thanks, Just Glenn. He says for someone that has no idea what you're doing a pretty good job. I'll take that as high praise right now. I kind of know what I'm doing. I just haven't done a lot of like joinery stuff like this. But I know my way around basic woodworking stuff. Sure. I'm gonna put these in at random spots. If I was more of a woodworker, I would actually measure out where the screws are going so they're like lined up and stuff, but I'm not, so screw it. Haha, you get it? Screw it. Okay. Let's leave that here in case I need it again. Some screw bits. Okay. Oh shit, I cracked it. I guess I was supposed to countersink these. Let's countersink them real quick. That's why we're doing a test piece. It's totally why we're doing a test piece. Sure. for the learning, right? What is that? That's not, one of these things is not like the other. You see that? Here, this camera's bigger. What the heck? You wanna see it?
No, let's see. Ew.
Okay. Well, if it wasn't for the crack, I'd be marginally happy with that. It's kind of what I'm going for. It's not beautiful, but I'll take it. Okay. Now what? So we have kind of a plan. So I need to put, I think I'm gonna work on the shorter ones first. I'm gonna get rid of this, I'm gonna clear the bench first, because I need more space. I always need more space. Let's get rid of the chop saw. I don't think it can help us. Can't do with this what I can do with the skill saw, what I was doing with the skill saw. I think that's true. Yes. How's the whole election thing going? Do we have any results yet? More than 1% of one state? Clamps away. Oh, I've made a proper mess in here. There's sawdust everywhere. Joe Jorgensen won. I somehow doubt that. Okay, what else do I need to get rid of? This can get out of here. This clamp can get out of here in a moment. I'm gonna turn on the sawdust fan. Hang on, the filter. Is that too loud? Yes, no? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on the air filter running. Save my lungs here though. It's okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Glad to hear, because it's much healthier if I don't have to breathe it. I'm gonna get rid of the drill bits because we're a long way out from needing those again. Get rid of the rasp. Well, the rasp I'm gonna hang on to. That was useful. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Japanese pull saw. I still have dreams that I will find this thing useful, but I did buy it for like very cheap at Harbor Freight. I don't know if you've noticed a trend here, but I equipped this shop with a lot of cheap stuff from Harbor Freight in the thoughts that when I break it, I'll get a nicer one. But if I don't need a nice one, why spend the money on it? It's worked okay so far. All right, I need 2 guides. So let's split this in half and we'll make it into the guides. What is this? 20, let's put it into 2 10s. Okay. We'll do that with the skill saw, I guess. Nah, just leave it there for now. Indiana red, Vermont blue. Those are expected, right? I don't know, Mr. Extremely, I don't know when the next stream will be. Probably like tomorrow afternoon, evening. kind of depends. I've got a construction project that I'm about to start up at the house that I probably won't live stream. And we're racing cold weather here to pour some concrete footings, so I might be doing that tomorrow. We'll see. I'm still like, this is only really the second day streaming on Twitch, so I don't really have a full schedule yet, but bear with me. I'll be back. I probably will establish a schedule at some point once I sort of figure out what makes sense. I know that's not super satisfying. Oh, Kentucky and West Virginia, those seem expected to be red. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna mute so you don't have to listen to the saw. Yes. Give me one sec. Go for it. Go ahead. Just give me a heads up before you come back. Yep, go now, Ashley. All right, I forgot to reset the depth on the blade here. That's good. Okay. Let's mute it. That's better. Alright. Oh. Okay. So, let me get my first actual real victim. So, it's going to be a width of one of these. And we want to cut just inside the line, I think. Yes. Oh, and I only need a guide block on one side for these. That'll make it easy, I think. But, do I want to put a piece of scrap over here? I think so. Because the saw needs something to rest on. So let's do that. I think I want to flip this around so that I've got the saw resting on mostly the workpiece. Does that make sense? I think so. I think so. Okay. And then, hang on. Camera tripod's in the way. Okay. Yes. Let's clamp it back here. Off frame, out of frame. Yep. Dust is getting to me. And then we're going to put this thing over here, just as something for the rest of the saw to rest on. But we're going to try not to cut too much off of it. And then we're going to set a guide block over here. And should be good. Let's see, just check my extents on the camera. Okay. So. I'm gonna cut it a little bit shallow on someone's advice, Mithurian's advice, I think. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna put a little line there just so when I do this, if I knock it, it doesn't move on me, or I can get it back to where it was. Okay. Let's double check it. Oh, is this still plugged in? That's not that situation. Okay, and then I need to set the depth again. So let's see. Okay, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. One sec. All right, you're good. All right. Cool. On board. All right, I think we're ready here. Yeah, I was thinking about building a streaming deck, just some buttons to like switch scenes and stuff. Particularly when I'm over at the microscope. Yeah, totally, I'm working on that. I need to get some cool buttons first, which I gotta order. Should make a note of that. Okay, setting saw depth. Let's do that real quick. All right, yes. Okay, here we go. Goodbye, Mr. Extremely. Sorry I missed your second message. If you're still here, have a good night. All right, I'm gonna mute this thing. And we're off to the not bad. Woo! Sawdust will get you though. Whew. I have a Discord server, TechLed. Check out the About tab in the channel. There's an invite in there. Good night, Marmor. Biden is at 44, Trump at 26. Yeah, updates are cool. Thank you, Pyro. Yikes, Florida going to Trump. That's not great news. In case you can't tell, I'm not, well, definitely anti-Trump person. For a lot of reasons. But first and foremost, if Trump's reelected, it will have a strong, strong negative impact for Strange Parts, for my ability to do the kinds of work that I've been doing. So, whew. Okay. If I had a chisel, I'd clean this up a bit more, but I don't. Oh, that's the end. Works out well. Yeah. Got my shop assistant drilling holes behind the camera. Let me know if it's too loud on the audio, but I think it's all right. Okay, 1 down, 9 to go. I might have to wait till those router bits come in. What time is it? 6:10. Whew. Okay, thanks, Glenn. Yeah, sounds like it's all right. Not too bad. Okay, so flip around, do another one. This is gonna get a little repetitive here, so I don't really have the right tools to be doing what I'm doing. It's taking a while. Okay. Trying to make sure stuff is in frame. It's all mirrored on my screen, so. I didn't realize how much time I would spend building furniture and fixtures and tool holders and things like that, building out this shop. It's fun, but it's a lot of time. And you can buy some stuff off the shelf, but I don't know. I wanted it to have a certain look and feel. So I guess I'm not sad I'm doing it. It's just it's a lot. You know what I meant to do was measure my mark here. Let's see. Can I still do this? It's like, this saw is so weird. It's 5 and 5/16 from the line. And the line is pretty much at 3.5. What did I say? I said 4 and 5/16 plus 3.5 is 7 and 15/16. Is that right? did I say, 7 and 15/16? I'm gonna double check it, but it should be there. I really like working with this select pine. It's way better than the number 2 2x4 crap I've been using for other projects. Oh, can't use that clamp. Use this clamp. Ish. All right, let's go. I need to get like a follower subscriber notification sort of deal set up. There's a whole bunch of stuff I haven't dialed in on Twitch yet. So, but if you haven't followed yet, please follow. It's the way you'll get notified of future streams here. If you have followed, thank you. Welcome to the Strange Parts clan here. All right, let's mute this and do some cutting. Well, let me check this real quick. Make sure I am. Yeah, I'm in good shape. Okay, so it's 7 and 15/16. I'm gonna write that down. 7 and 15/16. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute it so you don't hear the sound of the saw. Well, I screwed up and I put a big old gouge in it. The problem is that once you get over here, only one side of the saw is supported, and so it's really easy to dip the other side, dig it into the work. I don't think it's gonna matter though. It's all gonna be hidden, so it's not a big deal. Remember I said we're not making high-grade furniture here, so it should be all right. I forgive myself anyway. Whew. Well, thank you, Cookie. I appreciate your forgiveness. It means a lot to me. I'm glad you guys don't have higher hopes on what I can deliver here, because if you did, we'd all be in trouble. All right, I have 1 out of 5 boards done here. This is slow and tiring, but I think I'm gradually dialing it in. So let's do at least another one. It's getting towards dinner time. What's on the menu for dinner tonight? I know some folks are in wildly different time zones than me. I'm in mountain time here, New Mexico. Ooh, we got some sticker action going on. I was gonna make. Oh, I was thinking while I was cutting. I was gonna make a list of things that I want to add to the live stream. Follower animations. We want to make a streaming deck for switching views. What else? There was something else. Oh, well, music. I gotta figure that out. There was something else. Holy crap! Where are you, Just Glenn? You must be UK. 2:20 a.m. Oh, Germany. Wow. Yeah, Guyan Gurney, thank you for following. I don't know. I could like sing and dance, except that I can't sing or dance. But thank you from the bottom of my heart for following. How's that? Oh yeah, Belgium. We got a whole bunch of Europeans here. Awesome. UK, Belgium, awesome. I should post short videos on YouTube to announce the Twitch stream. Yes, except that is not allowed on YouTube. So I will be mentioning it in YouTube videos, but not YouTube videos that are the express purpose of mentioning the stream. Because I know people have gotten in trouble for that. What are you looking for? Oh, fell out. I don't know. Good luck. What you can do is steal this one. What else? There was something else that I wanted to add that I wanted to set up for streaming. Does anybody know? We're gonna add a robot, but that's a little bit further. Yeah, mute button. I guess, yeah, mute button. But that's sort of part of the streaming deck deal. Cheap ramen on a fried egg, that sounds pretty good. We could go for that right now. If I could go for some udon right now, that would be delicious. If you think of anything else we need to like add to the Twitch setup here, let me know. Still dialing it in. Okay. 7 and 15/16. Coming up. Right up. All right. Cooking with gas now. I've got this whole measuring thing down pat. I think we're in business. That's gonna speed this up. All about efficiency. I don't know if I want a chat overlay on the stream, Greg. I feel like the chat integration on Twitch is good enough, and that way people can control, you know, whether they want to see chat or not. I don't know. What do people think? Do you like chat overlays? I kind of feel like it's just eating up screen real estate that you can get up some other way. Yeah, just Glenn, I'm kind of in the same boat of like keeping it clean-ish. Oh, I wanted to get some sort of wireless camera that I can move around. It might just be my iPhone. I think I had played with in the past tethering the iPhone somehow to the MacBook, and then I could stream off that into OBS. I'll have to play with that again. Okay. The drilling sound you hear in the background is my assistant making something like this. So this is all the countersink bits and the step bits, and she's making one for all the Forstner bits right now. So trying to get as much like out of cases and boxes as I can, because I think it'll look cooler and it's a lot easier to grab stuff if you don't have to like open boxes up and fish around. I think I'm gonna leave the drill bits in their box though. I thought about making a setup for those, but honestly those boxes are pretty easy to use and they got all the measurements and stuff in them. Yeah, it seems like the verdict is like no chat overlays right now. I think I'm gonna hold off on it. I do wanna do a follower overlay because I think it encourages people to follow when they see other people follow. So I am gonna do that, and yeah, that's what I feel about like that. Cool. All right, I'm gonna cut this thing. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna try not muting the microphone, and you guys tell me whether it's too obnoxious or not. Let me know. You might turn down your sound though. Here we go. I'll stop there. Yes, no on the mute versus no mute. Leave the microphone on or turn it off. And now if I had music, I'd be a little less worried about muting, but it feels weird turning it off completely. Not pleasant. Okay, I will mute it. Yeah, it sounds like manageable, but yeah, okay. Enough people said no that I'm gonna turn it off. I'll be back. All right. I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of this. Oh, hey, Esden. How's it going? You have been on my mind. You've been live streaming on Twitch too, right? I think I've caught a couple of your, at least a couple of your VODs. Might have caught you live once. Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah, I want to catch some of your streams. If you're into electronic stuff, check out Esden. He is a very talented designer. Electronics designer, not graphic designer. I ordered your, is it Black Magic Probe? I ordered one of those from Adafruit. It should be arriving today or tomorrow. I needed something that could do JTAG, and that seemed like a good option. I got one of the Seglinks too, just to hedge my bets. You're assembling a Glasgow Digital Interface Explorer adapter to read out old prom chips. That sounds fun. What were on the old prom chips? The old, like, game proms? Or other exciting things? I feel the mostly a success thing, too. That's kind of where I've been at on my electronic streams recently. Good night, Just Glenn. It was good having you. Thanks for being so active in the chat. Have a good night. Okay, on to the next one. 3 down, 7 to go. Good night, Sonokoko. Oh, fun, Esden. Yeah, cool. Sounds like a fun adventure. Arkansas, I think that was expected to go red. I don't know, the whole electoral college thing is so frustrating because it means really like there are only a few states where the results really are up in the air. But thank you for keeping me updated here, Pyro. Just a little bit hard to tell which ones matter. Yeah, so I'm excited to play with the Blackmagic Probe. I remember you talking about it at SuperCon last year, and I was excited to check it out. And I'm finally in a place where I actually like need one. So, yeah. Sure, I'll take vote percentages too, Pyro, if that's easy. All right, what are we doing? We're doing 7 5/16, or 15/16. 15/16. Just before 8 is how I've been remembering it. Right there. We're doing on time. Okay. And mark the end here. Just for reference. And got that in place. Ah! And then it moved on me. Alright, I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, that's interesting percentages, given that there are way more electoral college votes for Biden, but I guess that's expected right now. Okay. And I think the reality is anything that's like a battleground state right now is probably not going to get reported tonight. And if so, it'll be a rough estimate. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna mute the mic again, run the saw. I'll be back. All right. I think this is gonna be my last one here. It's about time to go back up to the house and eat some dinner and drink a lot of wine and throw up in my mouth a little while I watch potential impending doom of our country and possibly world. I still have some hope here. I don't know that anything that's been reported yet is particularly surprising. So it's just a little scary. Oh, what do you say, Twin Tower? Okay, I'll try and check Twitter DMs. I get a lot of Twitter DMs, and I'm not always able to respond to them in a timely manner, but I'll try and check. Nixative. I am working on some shelving. I'm just finishing up here for the night, but I'm working on some like shelving bracket sort of deals for these Akrobins. So they're gonna go. There's gonna be a grid of them that goes on that wall there, behind me above the sink. So, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope I provided some level of distraction on such a crazy, stressful, anxiety-filled day. yeah, I'm gonna head back up to the house and go eat some dinner and anxiously refresh Reddit and the news and whatnot. So, yes, I am alive, Dentalicious. I've been offline for a while. It's been a crazy year. I've been spending a lot of time building out this shop so I can start making videos again. So, Marcus, it's good to have you. I am sorry I am signing off here just as you got here. But, yeah. Thanks, Dentalicious. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm kind of using live streaming as a bridge to shooting more YouTube videos, getting in the habit of being on camera again. But for now, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna clean up all this sawdust, and we'll see. I may stream tomorrow. We'll see. If so, it'll probably be in the I don't know when it'll be. Make sure you follow. I might do a stream tomorrow. Probably we'll either keep working on this or do some electronic stuff. I wanna, or maybe some CAD stuff. I want to design a telepresence robot to run around the shop that you can control from your computer. So, over the internet. So, anyway, good night all. Let's cross our fingers for a brighter future tomorrow or whenever all the votes are counted. I'll see you soon.